You know those days or maybe even weeks where you're doing so good and then you immediately fall back into doing things that you know you shouldn't really be doing or even thinking? And you start to become depressed about it. And the moment you want to refocus, it's hard and it's challenging. Well, today I want to mention just a few ways to refocus your life back to recovery, back to hope. So let's do this.
You're listening to the Manna Podcast with your host and founder, Rachel Kanahele.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Rachel Kanahele with the Manna, and I am so happy that you are joining me today, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe next week, or maybe a year after that this is posted. But I just want to say first, thank you so much, a million times a million, infinity and beyond, for the responses and the different messages that I've been receiving and just the feedback of the Manna. And it has been incredible. I am so grateful for all of you and for those who have reached out to me personally. It really it has been blooming beyond my imagination. You know, I started this and it was really a decision upon faith, and that's kind of been my motive and journey through it all. So I just want to say thank you so much. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite things, which is refocusing. Now, let's start off with some examples. Now, an example being that sometimes you start to fall into doing things again that you're not supposed to be doing, or not necessarily not what you're supposed to be doing, but what you shouldn't be doing. And, you know, you're kind of breaking habits, like good habits, and starting to develop or go back to some bad habits. Now, an example might be that, for instance, you know, there were times where I would go a day, a week, a month, and heck, even a year without, you know, giving into the porn addiction or things like that. And then all of a sudden I just slipped back in it. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, how did this happen? Or, you know, it could be really anything in life. Like, how the heck did this happen again? Like, I just set my goals and I just broke it. And then you start feeling down, you start feeling depressed, and you start feeling like there's really no hope for the process. So today, I just want to mention 3 things that can help you refocus on being a better you and developing a better understanding about your goals and the path that you are choosing to recovery, okay? So the first thing is pretty general, and this applies to a lot of different things, of different processes. But the first thing is just to decide that you want to refocus. Now, there may be people listening, or this may be you, where you're completely numb to a lot of good in your life. And so you start to not really think of how to refocus because you don't feel that there's hope, and you don't feel like there's anything out there that can help you. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's really day by day, step by step. I can't give you a deadline, and I can't tell you when you will start to feel happy with yourself or start to feel like there's hope in your life, because the experiences that you'll experience through these podcasts or through pretty much anything positive in your life, that is what will define how you feel about yourself. Okay? All right. So like I said, the first thing is decide what you want to focus on, or, you know, decide that you want to refocus. Okay? The second thing is rid yourself of distractions. Now, we all have a lot of different distractions in our lives, and we all have different ones. For example, a huge distraction in my life is certain kinds of music. And, you know, to be honest, whenever I'm feeling super down, I listen to really bad music because I feel like, oh, this is great. It's just feeding the negativity. That's what I want. Well, no, that's not what I want, because I've already broken my focus. So, to be refocused and to stay on that new track of being more focused, you need to rid yourself of distractions. So something that I've been trying to do is starting to discover new artists that have positive vibes. And I love discovering new artists. And I love when people send me music and all that kind of thing. And all those different kinds of things. But that's the second thing, is just decide to rid yourself of distractions. Now, because a lot of this is, it feeds your mental state, the things that you do, the things that you think, the things that motivate you, because a lot of it is mental, which will later feed, your physical and emotional. Since it's mental, it's kind of hard to completely know everything in your life that you need to rid out of your life that is distracting or negative. It's not like you're on a diet and you're like, okay, I'll just go in my pantry and throw it all away, and you literally see, what you need to throw away, and you throw it all away. Well, it's kind of hard mentally to really discover, what is distracting. And usually when you start going through your new path of refocusing, then you start recognizing, oh, that is distracting. So you get rid of it. So I'm not saying that you have to get rid of every little thing to begin with, because you really don't know there are things that you do know that distract you, but you don't necessarily know everything that distracts you, because sometimes it's really a part of our life and we think that it's actually helping our life, but it's not. Okay. So that's the second thing. The third thing is my absolute favorite thing. The third thing is pray for help and accept support. Now, there are a lot of different motivators and inspirational speakers out there who do talk about prayer, and I am on the same train as them. I absolutely believe in how much power prayer has. It's because you're literally calling upon a higher power to help you. The power that created the world, that's what you're calling on. Isn't that amazing? Have you ever thought about that? You are calling on the greater power to help you, okay? So when you pray for help, the Lord, He's going to help you. And sometimes it might not be in a way that you think He's going to help you, which is why I added and accept support. Now, that's something that I have always struggled in my own life, because I always think that, this issue, this addiction, this is between me and the Lord. He's the one who's going to help me, and that's it. I don't need anybody. I don't need any support from anybody. It's just me and the Lord. And in certain circumstances, sometimes that is all you have, is the Lord. You don't have anybody. But if you are listening to this podcast right now, I just kind of, want to say surprise, because the manna is definitely a resource to help you. Accept it. Accept the support. And it's okay to accept the support, because if it's good and it's going to help you in your life, then why not accept it? Just hopefully you are in a place where you accept it with love and gratitude. That's one of the keys to accepting support that will change your life. All right. So let me just list the 3 things again. Okay. So the first thing, to refocus, you're on your path to refocus. The first thing is decide that you want to refocus. And if you are trying to decide what to refocus on becoming a better you. Refocus on improving a better you. Okay? The second thing is rid yourself of distractions. Define what is distracting in your life. Get rid of it. It's okay. Say bye-bye, and I don't know when I'll see you again, okay? Just rid yourself of distractions. The third one, pray for help and accept support. Not accept, but accept support, okay? Those are all the things that I start to incorporate into my life to refocus. And I am telling you now that it really does work, but it is a step by step, day by day process. Okay. So those are 3 things. I just want to leave you with one thought before I end this podcast. And this was actually shared with me by one of my super, super good friends. She is amazing. Her name is Ty. And she told me, Rachel, the most important thing is making the most important thing the most important thing. And I want you to know that you are the most important thing. You are the most important person in the Lord's eyes. So make sure you decide to refocus, you rid yourself of distractions, and you pray to the Lord and accept support. Okay? That is all I have for you today. If you decide to go through this process, send me a message. Let me know how it goes and let me know if you have any thoughts. Okay? I will catch you in the next podcast. But until then, do amazing things. You are awesome. And continue to keep your eye on the social media because I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be posting that you will absolutely love. Okay? All right. Peace and blessings. God loves you. You're awesome. And I'll catch you in the next podcast.